Well, I started looking after my mother 5 years ago. She contracted pulmonary fibrosis, and both my parents lived in Denbigh. So I virtually lived with my parents for 15 months. My mother stayed at home, and she couldn't do an awful lot. So, and my father was elderly as well, so I had to look after both of them really, but making food for both of them. And it started off like that, making food and generally looking after them. And then she became bedridden, and then it was a case of social workers being involved. They weren't involved to start with.
I've got a son, he's 27, and he's got learning disabilities with autism. And so I've been caring for 27 years. And it's been quite challenging at times and fun at times and more challenging. But I think as a carer, I'm not the only carer. There's a lot out there who need help and who need direction, but also who can give direction. Quite a lot of direction, because they're the people who actually know what they need.
I've enjoyed being a carer. I was a teacher, and I never thought after I retired that I would be doing this job, and I wouldn't have thought I would be able to do it. But I got involved with NewKiss, and they supported me a lot, because as I said, I had absolutely no idea what support I could get. And obviously it isn't easy. You want to do the very best you can for your parents, but you don't know how to move forward.
There's a lot of information out there. The carer has to go and find the information when they're already busy doing the job, and it is a job. It isn't a vocation, it is a job. And a lot of people have this job that didn't really want that job in the first place. So they're struggling to come to terms with the role they're doing. Then they've got to go and find the information. And there is a lot of information out there, but it's so much. You really get mesmerised with it. And sometimes it's just too overwhelming. So I think really the old-fashioned ways, where it used to come to you, can be more helpful.
I've had quite a few social workers, because we used to be given a social worker, and then if there was a lull, then I'd have another one. I did find that quite difficult, getting to know different ones.
I think they're getting better, if I can say that with a smile on my face. And I think they're actually listening and know they have to work better together. And I think they've got a lot of teething problems. So hopefully they'll get over the teething problems, they'll start to work together, and things will run a lot more smoother.
I think they work very, very well together. All the different, the health and the social workers and different other organisations working together has been very, very beneficial, and it makes the job a lot easier as well.
I think there is a lot more modern ways we can deal with there being a carer now. There's the digital age that a lot of younger carers are into. A lot of the older carers are not into it. I'm not. I'm a dinosaur. But, we need help. And I think not just in ordinary ways. I think more for the caring roles, how we can help and have a little bit more excitement about it, have drop-in centres, even learn to do the remote for the TV, because if your husband's always done it and then you're caring for him, you haven't got a clue.
I think it's just being a bit more available, I think, and putting it out there that you are there for people. I think that's the main thing, not for the carers not to have to go and look as much, that it's automatically there.